Repeat the question one more time?
Yes, I will. So, Tony, what is the most important thing about your service that you offer to people?
Me.
Yes.
To be honest with you, me. I
Okay.
think I bring 25 years of recruiting experience. I recruit executive level talent for companies. And I think my expertise, my skills and knowledge I bring to the table. I've worked in agency staffing, corporate talent acquisitions, niche consulting recruiting, and of course, retained executive search. So I think it's me. I'm the asset that I bring to the table.
Okay, sounds good, Tony. Now you get to ask someone else in the group.
Okay, just
anybody, just pick anyone.
Okay, Paul.
Yes.
Same question to you, right? Same question.
Whatever.
Nope, whatever you want.
You would like to ask.
Oh, Paul, tell me a little bit about what you do.
I don't want to sound like a broken record of those that have heard this before, but I'm what they call an impact investor manager and also a commercial real estate broker out of New Mexico, and also a professional real estate person out of San Francisco. What I do here in Rio Rancho as an impact investor manager, I look at prime locations and collaborate with the city to help the economic development of the city. The city is relatively new, and so I'm promoting new projects, multi-million-dollar projects, quite a few of them. Actually this tomorrow, thanks to Marie here, that I'm going to be interviewing. I'm going to be on a radio show hosting and interviewing the mayor of Rio Rancho. Oh. So that's going to be an asset for us because as an impact investor manager, I try to gather investors throughout the United States to really look at the city and be, equity partners with us, because this is a growing city. This is the last of the Southwest cities to build the city. But anyway.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul. Now, Paul, your turn.
Yes, my turn. Okay, Jason, and no offense, Angelica, I'd love to pick you right now, but I'm going to go with Jason because he made me laugh and he is from the Bay Area. And I'm, but anyway, Jason, tell me about you. What type of business are you in, and how long have you lived in? Did you say San Leandro? Did you say?
Yeah, San Leandro. Yeah. I lived in San Leandro most of my life, and when I've left the country to go to different states, I wind up back here. I got the San Leandro curse, as my neighbor liked to say, when I used to ask him, why do you always move one street over, man? And he's like, I got the San Leandro curse, and those words always ring out to me because, I got it too. so native here. My business is, we do artificial grass, so we do turf. Help people out in the drought and stuff like that. We could do various types of landscaping, like whatever you want. We own a material shop. So we build relationships in the community. We sell to different contractors. And we do the installations ourselves. So we work on people's houses. I'm a new business. And so far we're doing pretty good. But I think, like what's different with us, if it's not straying off subject too much, is that we provide other contractors work because we get so many leads and we really give people work. So we're like the people's champ. We love the contractors and we love the people we work with, and that's who we are.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, Jason, your turn.
All right, let me pick one of the Hollywood squares here. How do I see the people? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick on the other guy from the Bay Area. Sir, I didn't catch your name, or I don't memorize it.
So you have Angelica, Eddie, or Martha that you can choose.
I think Eddie's from San Jose. Maybe I pique an interest towards Eddie because he's local. You know what I mean? Maybe I can help him out. So Eddie, what is your business primarily focused on? Where are you going this year? And what brings you to the networking group? What are you trying to achieve here?
Okay, so we're building a new technology that offers the freshest market data that Zillow, the realtors, don't have access to, with real-time data visualization, predictive analytics, where prices will be in the next year or so. And right now, we're either going to do crowdfunding or find partners, or I might think about going after some bigger fish, because I really don't want to sell $100 product. It really doesn't help me, because raw data costs me $100,000 a year. That's one
Right.
reason why realtors don't have access to it.
Right.
So I've spent a long time. We have real-time data visualization technology. It's fairly disruptive. This year, so I have 3 or 4 options right now. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to get that first 200,000 in capital. There's lots of different ways of doing that. Recently created some really slick videos, and I think people are liking it, and we'll see where that goes.
All
Cool.
right. Awesome. Okay, Eddie, your turn. You still have 2 people, Angelica or Martha.
And I came to California thinking all California was like San Diego. I can guarantee you it's not. It's cold as freak up here. Angelica, tell me about yourself. I don't think we met.
No. So my business is DataWorks. What I do is program evaluation, data analysis. What that looks like is if an organization has a program that they're implementing, possibly grant funded, what I do is gather data and sometimes create data collection tools like surveys and things like that to try to find out or try to assess their effectiveness. And in doing so, I can help them get additional funding by telling the story, using data of what the impact they're making.
Wow, that was perfect for Eddie.
I know, we should talk.
That's
All right,
perfect for me too,
Angelica,
for
you've got
later.
Martha.
Jason, did you have a question, or were you saying something?
No, I was gonna say also, I think that's perfect for us to use later. Me and a good friend from junior high, we launched a nonprofit as well this year. So
Okay.
that would be like immensely helpful to us moving down the line. We're waiting for the 501c3 status, which I think the IRS is using it as a stack to sit on for short people because they ain't getting back to me. It's been like 20 something weeks. And we, as soon as that thing kicks off, we're going to launch it. And yeah, we can use that 100%,
Okay.
1,000,000%.
All right, we'll have more time to do collaboration at the end of our meeting. So definitely we're going to be trying to pursue all of that information. Okay, and we have James Fu Torres who's joining us too. Okay, Angelica, you've got James or Martha, whoever you want.
Choose Martha. If you could just tell us a little bit about your business. Yeah.
All right, Martha.
I think our brains are so similar. I love big data, and that's what my business does. But my business, what it does, it uses a company's data, what they have already, and if they don't have it, we'll figure out systems of gathering to help grow their business. And growth will really depend on the goals that this company sets.
Awesome.
I'm pursuing my PhD, so I want to know more about your PhD. I'm pursuing a PhD in process mining and data mining. So I'd like to hear a little bit more on that.
Okay, awesome. All right, Martha, you've got James. Martha, you can ask a question.
Oh, James, can you talk to us about a challenge you've had with authority with your company? Sorry.
Can you repeat the question?
Talk to us about a challenge you face with press release, because I know you do press release.
I mean, yeah, press releases, it's one of my most basic things that I do, but yeah. So like I guess a challenge is to sometimes with the clients, getting them to provide me the right information so I can make it easy for the writer to write the story, right? If it's a press release or if it's going to be an editor from the publication. So one thing that I definitely I'm working on that is on having my own editorial team. That's something that I have like a senior one, and then from there they're in charge. They will be in charge as we add more people. But first, get that senior, and max her or max him out, right? And then from there, they can manage the other people. So that's a challenge, something I'm working on.
Okay. All right, James, you get to ask me a question. I'm the last one.
For the radio show, do you think I can have, there's like 4 segments. Do you think I can have can I have 3 guests and then just have them just one per segment?
Yes, you can. But
Perfect.
make
That's what
sure
I'm
that,
doing.
yeah, make sure that the discussion is very high end, like overview, so you can cover it as much as you can. But again, people need to get the gist of your discussion. So make sure that you make sure you
Everything is
narrow
gonna
your
be
topic.
everything is gonna be around PR, and they're my clients, and they're also kind of like a partnership. They're like huge things. It's called Strategic Advisor Board. So yeah, like it's gonna be well organized. One of them has a podcast. They have a podcast as a in the community and stuff. So definitely it's gonna get very well organized and just gonna be one person at a time per segment and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. I guess we completed the first part of our meeting. Thank you so much. That was awesome. All right. So next part is we're going to talk about the expert section. And let me see. The topic that I wanted to talk about is project management. What do you think about project management? And I'm going to start with Tony. Tony, you have a minute or two to talk about what project management is to you, your perspective. And so again, we'll start it that way.
Okay, well, currently I'm self-employed. I have no employees, but in the past in the corporate world, really project management is within the project, having the buy-in of everybody involved, as far as the common mission, the method of accomplishing that mission, and the timeline, and keeping everybody accountable. I think that's really important, to keep everybody accountable, and to stay on track with the project. As far as recruiting goes, there's a lot of data that goes into being held to account. I was a manager of a recruiting team, several recruiting teams, and it's really important as a manager to keep your team focused on exactly what they need to do to support their hiring managers. And that's it.
All right. Thank you, Tony. All right, we'll go to the next one. Angelica, you're next. Oh, your microphone. There you go.
Same question about project management.
Yes, yes.
I had slightly, I guess, take it from a slightly different perspective of just having multiple projects at the time, and really just a matter of organizing them, prioritizing them, sometimes using software to outline, do deadlines and pieces of the project that need to be worked on, and prioritizing, a large task that may be due, on a specific date, but then you have a smaller task that may be due after that, and, deciding how to tackle what things and when.
Okay, thank you, Angelica. All right, Jason, you're next.
Okay, so we're in artificial grass, so we do construction and landscaping. So project management to me means to cultivate the relationship in the beginning. Set a clear expectation, so when I come over there, they don't freak out. Oh my God, $11 a square foot. If I would have known, I would have not had you come here, right? So I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste their time. I set a clear expectation. If you have 400 square feet, it's going to be at least $4,400 when I come over there to do the job. Okay, they say, okay, good. Now you go over there, and having an expert knowledge and being able to answer all their questions is vital to making them feel comfortable. Knowing the product very much is important to also make them trust you and to feel like, hey, this guy knows his stuff. He's very detail oriented. He's passionate about it. I trust this guy with doing work at my house. The other guys might come over there and just try to slam them and make them say yes right now. I'm going to give them so much information. I'm going to ask them questions. I'm going to make sure they feel comfortable so that we can move forward with the project. Because I know as soon as I leave at 12:30, he probably got somebody coming over there at 1 o'clock. you know, he's got somebody to follow up that's just like me, gonna tell him the same stuff. And knowing your competition to me is also extremely important because, you know, I'll tell him, you know, if this person's gonna come over, basically this is how they'll quote you. You getting a couple quotes today, Jim? Yes, I am. Okay, very well. Who's coming over? Bay Area Turf? Yeah. The Turf Depot? Yeah. I know those guys. Here's where they're gonna put you. Here's where I'm gonna put you. I'll make it easy on you. I see you in a week, huh? Okay, good. I leave them a lot of different samples. So I leave my product over there. I don't give them one option. I'm very versatile for their benefit. So to me, it's like having a vast array of choices for them is good. I don't give them so much that they get lost and confused because then it'll take me a month to get the damn thing going. But I do give them enough to where they have options and they feel comfortable. When the project starts and we start cultivating and we start digging into the ground and I put a crew of, let's say like 4 guys over there, these guys are $25 an hour.
We're good?
Good?
Yes, yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We'll continue it later, Jason. It's like a minute or two, so we get
Oh,
everybody
okay.
a chance the time. But I think you've got a lot of great information.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Paul.
Well, I think in my line of work, like Jason with construction, and two like Angelica and Martha, where data is collected. Now we're really in a higher level of collecting information. And with that said, I think what we do is in any of the projects that we're promoting, it's that development process that needs to happen first before the project management. And what we mean by that is if you are developing something, you need to get that process in place because that's what's going to determine the management of specific projects, right? And those projects can have within them the scope of work, time frames, and probably one of the most important is budgets. So, you know, I think that the more that people know that, say, labor and say more sophisticated management of things come together, and we're seeing it now with different platforms that are being built for different jobs and businesses. I think you need these things and people need to be taught how to manage projects.
Are you good, Paul?
Yeah, I probably said too much.
No, you're good. I was just waiting
Yeah,
for
I'm
you
good.
to take a pause. Okay, let's move on to Eddie.
All the ones I associate with, it's for funny, it's Angelica. I think we're both because we're data people. What I look at it is it's pretty. I use Excel all the time. It's like a constant open. So I have multiple projects. Besides the obvious way to do it and Gantt charts and things is I always look at it as minimum, ideal, and outrageous. So for every project, I put in the minimum goal for the next hour, next 8 hours, next week, and I make sure I get the minimum done. And then if I do the outrageous, I go out and celebrate. So I think you not only have a regular project manager, but you have to have a tiered reward system.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Martha, you're next.
All righty. So this is what I think about management. It's like a bus that's going in a direction. First, you need to know what direction this bus is going, where it's going. So like the goal, what goal you're setting. And then that bus has to be filled with seats. That's the positions. You want to allocate the right people on their seats. That means putting the right people with right attitude and the right skill set. You cannot put somebody, for example, that does data analysis and is an expert at, for example, IT. You can't put that person in that seat. So putting people in the right seat, knowing what direction, you're going to get that bus going to the right place.
Okay, it looks like you put a mute in there. Martha, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, all right, let's move on to James.
So I gotta talk about my expertise.
Project management. We're talking about what your perspective on project management.
For me, project management is important because having organization helps tracking everything. And then like Martha said, like she says, always like tracking data can help you like get better results because you know where you're at, you know what you need to do. And also like, so everybody's clear on their responsibilities. So I think that's probably the biggest part and that comes to mind right now is we can think about everybody in the company can think about a million things that they can do. So like if nobody has organization and what are the responsibilities, how are you gonna keep each other accountable? Like who's doing what, like all that stuff. And accountability is it's huge to be able to have a successful business or to succeed in like literally anything. So I think that's one of my view in project management.
Awesome. All right. It looks like we've covered everybody. Okay, so I chose project management for today's meeting because I think when you understand people's process of working on a project, you get to know their personality, you get to know their knowledge of how to organize their process. And that is a key when we're talking about this subject. Because, again, we're trying to increase the level of trust for each other. We're trying to establish this business relationship. And part of what you have to come forward when we're talking about this topic is really to, explain how you're doing and how you're managing your projects. Because again, we need to trust you in order to work with you. So I would say really look into your mission statement and your vision for the next, year to 5 years to 10 years. And when you are able to establish those information, then you can actually go to your project and look at the impact of your mission and vision to your project information, because that's where you're going to say, if let's say, for example, one of your vision is to have an office in this location. So in order to accomplish that vision, is your project has to really incorporate that information into your project. So really understand the 30,000 foot elevation of your business to really understand what is the overall mission and what is the overall vision for the company. And when you have that, you're going to be able to really look at all your projects and manage it accordingly to what your overall purpose of the company. So let's take 30 seconds to put your comments and feedback about the section of this meeting. Go ahead and type it on the chat while, and we'll take 30 seconds on this, because this is the part where we need to not only hear what you say, we also wanted to see what you think, and you can write it on the chat. This is part of the interpersonal communication that we wanted to establish, because again, we're trying to establish a business relationship here.
Can you repeat what we're supposed to be typing? I lost my connection.
What's that, Angelica?
Can you repeat what it is we're supposed to be commenting on? I lost my connection.
Yeah, it's whatever you think in this section of our discussion for project manager. What did you learn? What do you think about it? What is your observation on people's information? Because again, it's good to have that understanding of what people are thinking about your information that you just shared. So there's really some good points here. I hope you guys are looking at taking it as a value. People's opinion or people's perspective on what you say is important to improve what you're telling people. Okay. What's that, Martha? Oh, I think we lost Martha. Okay. All right. So the next part of our meeting is to do the business share. This is where we will understand more of your accomplishments, your challenges, and your specific goals. So I'm going to, again, start with Tony.
Okay, could you repeat that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
This is one of the things that you would like to share. Again, it's a minute to two. Either a success story or a specific challenge that you're having on your business or a specific goal that you're trying to accomplish, and make sure you give us a timeline. Okay.
Okay, yeah, for right now, you know, I've been in business for exactly 1 year. So I'm looking for a little bit more assistance on or ideas on business development. I have a background in business development, but I'm knocking on a lot of doors, so to speak, to get more clients. I don't need a lot of clients. I think if I have 8 to 10 clients, I think I'll be good. Right now I have 3 that I'm working with, but they're not always going to need to hire a leader. So I basically recruit for manager level and above. So, and then real quick, my success story, I had a special ed director of a special ed school position open in Denver, and was able to recruit somebody from Maryland to relocate. And he started last month, and it's going very well.
That is awesome, Tony. Okay, let's move on to Angelica.
A few challenges. Let me think about which one I want to. Okay, so what would be most helpful for me is to figure out how to get larger contracts, more like the government contracts. I've had a few different contracts from like smaller organizations. I did have one with an organization that got a grant from HUD to evaluate the effectiveness of a housing program that they were implementing, but the time and effort to submit proposals for these smaller projects, it's not quite worth it. And so it'd be really helpful if I were to be able to figure out who to speak to, who to talk to, who to contact in procurement or wherever, in order to land a larger project so that I could actually get some steady staff.
Okay, good to know. All right, Paul, you're next.
I think I'm just being a big picture man, big vision man, and taking this upon myself. I think the challenge lies in getting everyone on board, and it just takes time, because when you see the need in a city to keep the young minds here, that's the whole premise of why I'm doing this. So much is involved in this that you really have to be patient, that's for sure. But funny you mentioned project management at first, because I even have to manage not only the business, my emotions in this, everything, budgets. But so that's the challenge. I think my next step in this endeavor after this interview with on radio with the mayor, I think I'm gonna put together some numbers that I could share with these potential investors, even though I haven't received anything on ink as far as the prices of city properties. And I understand why. I mean, sometimes cities nowadays that are very conservative don't want to give a number. They'd rather see people come in with money. But just the fact that the mayor or the city official is saying, yes, we want to promote growth, that should be a green light for any investor to really see this viable deal. So that's just been the challenge, is just to get this big vision across to potential investors, because at the end of the day, they want to see their bottom line. What am I going to make, or what are we going to make with this investment? And it's not that easy with investments like this, but it does reap a benefit at the end for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul. Now, Jason, your turn.
Yes. So a success story is we're new in business. We've been profitable since our very first month. It's been nonstop. We experienced rapid growth. In 8 months, I bought more than $300,000 worth of material from my vendors. This year, I'm pushing to do $1 million. So my struggle and my complication in my business is figuring out how to streamline processes and, you know, share the profit while at the same time delegating tasks when I know I could just make so much more when I go and do it myself. And so trying to find that time and money balance in my business this year is going to be my strategy. And people call me, they say, you have a job that you own. And, you know, at first I took offense to that. I said, "Don't be talking to me like that, man. I'm the big boss around here." And this is, nah, man. This is, nah, but you're still out there working in it. I said, okay, you got me. They said, you're getting there, but you ain't an entrepreneur yet. I said, damn it, what do I got to do to get that title now? They said, you gotta boss everybody around, make them do all the shit. And I was like, all right, fine then. So I guess that's my goal for this year. We're gonna do $1 million in material, and we're gonna boss everybody around, and I'm gonna be the dude in the office, I guess. No more using these guys to get their hands dirty. We're gonna boss the guys around. So that's my goal.
All right, Jason, that is
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
Okay, Eddie, you're next.
See. So my biggest challenge is I have some people that probably want to, 5K up front and they want 50% of my revenue for the first year. So I'm debating whether or not I should take that, or else I got to go out and raise funds from 10,000 from various people or do crowdfunding. So my biggest decision, I want to ask a whole bunch of smart people, should I take that offer? Because it's way better than failing, but that's what I'm debating right now.
All right, not bad of a problem. Okay, Martha, you're next.
Hi, so today I'll say one of my successes. So using data to figure out business solutions, we were able to do, for one of my customers, they were at their profit margins of 5% all the way to 32%. This company only wanted 25%. We got them to a 32% profit margin. And this is all thanks to data-driven business solutions. So Jason, your balance can be found with your own business data. There is no magic.
Right. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I did pretty good. In the 8 months we're alive, I did pretty damn good. But I'm gonna have to give up some of that to other people that can hopefully be equally as productive as me. And I'm a hustler, so it's a hard job to fill. We'll see what happens this year, man. Whatever. If you want to use your little system to fine tune me, do it. But I'm gonna try to get there, man. I'm gonna do it.
Awesome, Jason. All right, Fu, your turn.
So this is share a success challenge, right? And
Go.
go. Okay, yeah. A success. Things are moving along with my big features, and then I'm gonna be a host of a monthly show. That's pretty cool. Super excited for that. I have big plans on how to even use it with like my clients, and even how to monetize it. I have some big stuff with that. And then a challenge, it's to get better at systems in general. I think slowly getting better. I hire somebody new that I'm sharing with another PR agency, and we just dividing the leads there. So it's like $200 every 2 weeks and something like that. It's pretty good. So far so good. But like, more, I need that senior editor that would like to have it in-house or very like available for all my projects, because I have a lot, and how to better gain more of my time and just automate things and put people in place, but not like overhire. So that would be my biggest challenges. And my goal, I'm gonna keep saying this because I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be to get to 100K a month before the end of the year, and also have a shorter challenge of I want to make 100K in the next 3 months. So
Okay.
in the next 90 days, 100K, and then from there make it.
Or you're gonna keep us posted, right? With your.
I mean, yeah, and I'll be doing
We've
the
heard
show
that
and
now,
everything,
so.
so.
We heard that, so it's recorded. So you're gonna have to make it happen.
Marie, can I ask James a question really quick?
Go for it.
James, did you say Motley Fool? You're going to be on Motley Fool's platform?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
I
okay.
I said I'm gonna be in the KCAA. I mean,
Oh, okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
be there. one of
With the
heads.
Fire Up Connect, there's a radio show
Mhm.
that we're launching for Fire Up Connect, and we have Fu, James Watson, and John Simon that are going to be hosting. And I think Martha is coming in February. So this is going to be awesome. By the way, just to let you know, my company is called Finest Women in Real Estate. I provide a lot of marketing programs for the real estate professionals, but I also work with so many businesses for different things. So I provide radio show, magazine publication, and TV shows. So those are the things that I do. Now, I would like for everyone to put your information, because if you are interested in meeting some of these people one-on-one, make sure that you go ahead and provide your contact information on chat so they can connect with you. So while you're doing that, I just want to explain that the last part of our meeting is what we call finding opportunities and collaboration. So this is where we get feedback from you guys and see if you saw any kind of opportunities from what you heard from this group. So I'm going to start with Tony again. Sorry if I keep, because you were the first one that came in. So Tony, did you see any opportunities or any kind of collaboration from this group from what you heard in our meeting?
Not yet. I think I need a little bit more clarity on who is an entrepreneur compared to who works for a firm. So the companies I work with are ones that are generating at least a revenue of $2 million a year. They have a need to hire leadership roles. So
Okay.
I'm not clear yet.
Sounds good. That's good. All right. What about you, Angelica?
Repeat the question for me.
So if from our meeting, did you find any opportunities or any kind of collaboration that, sparked from our meeting?
Yeah, possibly Jason talking about his nonprofit and probably picking Martha and Eddie's brain a little bit more about the data work that they do.
Okay, awesome. All right. And Paul, what about you?
Definitely, I see a need hopefully in the near future, as this thing builds up with Angelica, Martha, Eddie, because it is about data for sure, collecting, and to James. And I'm sorry, James, that I haven't responded to your scheduling, but I do want to schedule something with you. So I think the more exposure we get to the public nationally and internationally, I think this is what's going to help. With that said, the data needs to be there because there's so many people that will be involved that we need to generate reports. And so sometimes I feel that I'd love to get you guys on board, but I need to wait for investment funds to come in.
All right, awesome. Jason, what about you?
Let me get out of this chat. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Angelica can help me very much with my nonprofit. In the next couple months, I mean, data people, go ahead and pitch me, man. Throw it at me. I mean, I'm gonna let you.
Jason he's hilarious.
He's ready. He is,
I got four pitches today. What will three more be? I mean, let's go. I mean, they're the smart ones that can fine tune that stuff. Hopefully I'll have some system in place. I can let them go ahead and pick through it and tell me where I'm fucking up. Fine tune me up. Excuse my language. But yeah, I think those are some interesting people I can work with. And again, I'll put my contact information there and blast me an email pitch, man. Like do what you gotta do.
Yeah, let's help Jason make that $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Martha, your turn.
I'm reaching out to Jason. You already put it out there. I'm going to.
Pitch
And
me.
I also want to get a hold of Angelica. I want to see how we can collaborate and maybe work our minds together to do something together.
All right. Eddie, your turn.
I'm copying everything. I forgot the question. Well, how we collaborate? I want to pick Angelica's brain a little bit. So I'm checking out her LinkedIn and everything else, doing it. Because you're into schools. I don't know if that's a fit. So I got a chat mark. Okay.
All right. He's already doing his due diligence. Okay. What about Fu?
I think Sorry, I'm really busy, so like I'm a little distracted, but just doing some client stuff and some like social media management anyway. But I know two things that have like um popped out to me was definitely Paul. If you want to get talking with investors, even as simple as like investing under a press release that goes in Yahoo, and then you use that to like even in your pitches and stuff. So that's something that can definitely open some doors. And if you're trying to get, into big places, national, international, definitely PR could help a lot. And we can figure it out how to, not break your bank, right? Like, and then because you're, collecting money, so it's spending money is kind of counterproductive sometimes. But and another thing was Angelica Thompson. She was saying that she wanted to get bigger contracts and stuff like that, and that's something that PR it's a great way to level up your brand, and then that way people will be way more than willing to pay you more and getting to bigger contracts. So.
Awesome. All right. Okay, my perspective, I think there's a lot of room for connections here. Tony, if you're talking about connecting to the right people, everyone in this group has a connection for your target market. So if you take the time to get to know them and they get to know you and they understand what you're really doing, they're going to be able to give you more people and they become your ambassadors because of the connection. So think about that. That is the concept that I have used for many, many years. I am connected to a lot of projects and a lot of people. So, and I have had like the city to sponsor all my events because of my connection. They see value of my connection. So everyone in this group, you will be surprised how much connection you can get from each one of these people. And that is a value that you can't miss. Okay. So make sure that you take the time to meet with everyone. Eddie, I'm already working with Eddie, and Eddie is a hardworking and very committed business owner of this Zip Analyzer. Get to know what he's doing because he's not quitting. He's making sure that he gets what he wants. So that's a good character of someone that is dedicated to running their business. And Paul has a big project on his plate. He's talking about in millions of dollars a project that you can be involved. You have no idea what kind of opportunities that's unknown right now with Paul, but if you're connected to Paul, you'll have an opportunity to do well with his project. Martha and Angelica are both amazing for looking at your business thoroughly and seeing the forecasting of your goals, of your whatever you're trying to fulfill. I came from the healthcare industry. I manage decision support system for big, large hospitals. So I understand financial analysis, cash flow, income statement, all of that. You need someone that knows your numbers. If you don't have that, you're at loss. You need to have someone really, looking at your numbers and they will be your someone that's gonna keep you on track. Bookkeeper, CPA, people that are analyzing your numbers, those are critical for your business. Jason, I think you have all the character of being very, risk taker and really a good leader. Okay, those are great qualities of you. But you do need some people around you that will keep you on ground to keep the structure of your business strong. Because with your leadership and your personality, you're gonna go far.
Yeah. Okay? I'll try. I do my best.
All right. So we are 11:51. I still have time to get feedback. I want to get feedback from Tony in terms of your experience today, and just also know that FireUp Connect is an amazing group of people that you haven't met, most of them, because this is just your first meeting. So what is your experience, Tony? If you can just share us what your thoughts about this whole 1 hour meeting we have.
A lot. I mean, you've gotten a lot of information from a lot of, from all of us within a short period of time. And I see the value in it, in setting the table for knowing what ticks for each of us and kind of where our hangups are. So I see the value in that.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony. Angelica, what about you?
Sorry, having technical difficulties. Same. I like the
The fucking
networking.
meeting.
Oh, hold on, let's put him on a mute. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the networking and getting to know other people in different industries and also in similar industries with, you know, that have a slightly different aspect that they're looking at.
Okay, great. Jason, are you able to talk? Okay.
My wife came punch the window. Sorry, she's mad at me for taking time to network with my fire peak. But yeah, I like it. I like how you organize it, to be honest with you. I think like you're very much like on track and making people talk and giving people their own individual time. I like that. So you probably, it's not like a loose Zoom call. I've been on some really loose ones where there's just a bunch of people that won't shut up about themselves, that are all fired up on coffee, kind of remind me of myself, which is a problem. I like the structure of it. And I think that, yeah, the way you guys format it, you can get information from people and asking those in-depth questions to figure out what do they really need? How can I really help this person? Because just because I'm a landscaping person, like there's a lot of stuff you guys don't know about me. I'm very much connected. My network's huge. So the investors, people that use those data analytics, I got all that stuff too. I don't try to dump too much information in because I know I got to give everybody their turn. Again, following up with your awesome structure. But first meeting, I like it. It was good. It was nice.
Awesome. Love it, Jason. Okay, Paul, what do you think?
Jason, how are the Eichler homes over there in San Leandro? Are they still quite a few of them out there?
Yeah. Hell yeah. All
Okay,
over.
great. Yeah, Eichler homes are pretty cool. So what was the question again? I got distracted with Jason.
Your experience for today's meeting.
Oh, I think it's a lovely experience all the time just to get, I think I just have to echo what Tony and Jason mentioned about what you do, Marie, for your staff, your members. I think this is a valuable networking membership here. I don't think you run across something like this all the time. And just to probably give Tony a pat, you know, Tony, the more that I think about this, these are multiple projects that I'm promoting. So of course there's going to be opportunities for placement of people. That's for sure. I mean, this thing is not just me. This is beyond me, you know, and so it's good to meet people that where I would have never met you guys if it wasn't for Marie. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Paul. And Paul is an official member of Fire Connect, and I've been very proud to have him as a member. Eddie, what about you?
Well, I'll just share this because I put an ad in LinkedIn a while back and got it. One of the guys who responded wanted a geo exclusivity to sell to the government. And because one of our competitors, ESRI, they make about $2 billion a year. It's ridiculous from revenue. So he wanted exclusivity to sell to the government. So I was going to chat with Angelica about that. So if we could displace ESRI and sell to the government, it's a really win-win. It's just above my pay grade to go close the government. So maybe there's a win-win there. We'll see.
Awesome. All right, Martha.
I love this. At first I was like, oh, I'm gonna go into a group where I'm gonna say the same people and we're gonna talk about the same thing. But no, Marie really organizes this. We were talking about different things. On Tuesday, we talked about financial. Like she comes up with really in-depth questions and I can't wait to come back on Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to this every day.
All right. It looks like we lost Jason. He's busy, as you know, but we are good with that. As long as you guys are able to connect with each other, that's good. And again, I appreciate your time being here because, you know, we value your 1 hour time. I value my 1 hour time too. I don't waste and play games. This is a networking group that we're very focused and serious about our business. We have very high goals for our business. So if you want to ride with us and really take advantage of all the projects that we're working on, we already have some radio show going on. We've got magazine publication going on for a lot of people and a lot of partnership and introductions that are happening behind the scene. So just understand that there's more to it than what you see here. But so far, if you like this, you'll be very, very pleased if you become a member of this group, because you're going to see more that you can, it's almost like a hidden gem behind FireUp Connect. Okay. All right. Any questions from Tony, Angelica?
Well, I wanted to ask you, is the Tuesday call the same people as Friday's call?
So we meet every Tuesday and Friday, and anyone who can make it, they come in, and we always have new visitors because I have a very good setup of campaign for trying to get people into the meeting. So you will always meet new people. I mean, you can ask Paul and Eddie, because they've been a member. Paul, maybe you can give them the info instead of me pitching for it.
Yeah, no, I think that's a valid question, Tony. And I'll just use Martha's expression. When Martha came on there, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Martha, you gave me the impression that you didn't think that this was going to be it, but you said something today that rang truth, that even though you might see the same person or a couple of people from a Tuesday meeting, it's really what Marie does as far as a subject matter, what we're going to be discussing, that really is going to do some personal discovery. And that's why, like Martha, I feel like this is great, because I'm getting to know myself more by knowing you guys, and these little challenges that I have is helping me to really organize what I'm trying to do as well. And so don't be misguided.
Yes.
There's just going to probably be a few or even a lot, but it's the subject matter.
So you guys are joining Tuesdays and Fridays?
I try to be, Tuesdays.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm a busy man, so
Yeah, so I'll do that, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we're all busy too, but we're very intentional about our meetings, because we do get a lot of value out of it. And if we understand more about your business when you're attending the meeting, we get to learn more about it, and then we find ways to get you more business because of the information that we're getting from you. And then we try to be very creative about how we can get you more business. So that's the key right there. The collaboration and the understanding of your business, you will get us to bring you more business. That's what happens.
Perfect.
So like Paul, I've already introduced him to a couple of people that is going to give him the funding, because I understand what he was doing. And same thing with Eddie. I've connected him to so many people, right, Eddie? If you went, microphone, please.
Yes, I'm still working and closing them, yes.
Yes, so I've introduced Eddie and I've worked with him. And Martha, I'm working with her right now, and she's actually speaking on Tuesday, right, Martha?
Yes, I'm excited about that. I have my presentation ready.
Yeah, she's presenting on.
This girl's she's no fuss, no muss.
Yeah, so excited about that. You're going to learn more about Martha's process and how she's doing her business, and that's good educational. And if let's say, Tony, you're talking to someone else that might not be your potential client, but it could be a potential client for the people here, that's a reward for these people. And at the same time, when you give, you receive a lot, 10 times more.
Absolutely.
That's just the way it works. And I've done that all my life in the business world. I always think that there's a gift that we have to give, and you need to be able to give and not quit on not giving the gift. So that's just the way it works in this business world. Okay, well, thank you so much. We're 12:01. We are on time. Thank you so much for your time. And then please don't hesitate to connect with me. We can do a one-on-one meeting. And then if you have any questions about FireUp Connect, let me know, and I can give you more information that you didn't hear today. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have an
Hi,
amazing.
everyone. It was great.
Bye.
This is better than going to therapy.
Hey, Paul,
Yes,
before you leave, I want to
yes,
talk to you. If you can.
yes, of course. Mhm.
Thank you, Martha. Bye.
Bye, Martha.
Bye, amazing people. Bye-bye.
You too, Martha. Bye-bye.
Okay, Paul, I got a call from Michael Patorti. He wants to see where you're at with the information. He's getting anxious. And I said, well, I just talked to him Tuesday, And I know that he's waiting for his lawyers to take care of the document, and he's having a radio show today. So I just want to let you know that he is anxious to get your information. So he's a follow-up guy. He wants to make sure that he's getting what he wants.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And I'm glad that you know, that there is some interest out there, both with him and Mary, right? What I was going to say is that when I went to this NAIOP meeting in the morning, early morning yesterday, when the mayor was there and the city manager and the city
Actually, you know
man.
what? Let me just stop the recording.
Okay,